In our last episode, we explored our way through the giant metropolis of Mexico City and saw some amazing Aztec ruins while we were there. This time around, we grab one of my oldest friends on the face of the earth, head to southern Utah, and check out some pretty amazing slot canyons. On the Hole in the Rock Road, Grand Staircase of Escalante National Monument. This road's got a lot of interesting history from back in the old pioneer days, but now it's a road for adventure. There's a bunch of slot canyons off of this road, hiking trails, lots of stuff to explore, and some pretty good camping. So we're gonna check it out for a few days. And right behind us, Tim, trapped in a cloud of dust. Look who's here, it's Tim! Yeah, first time I've been out in a long time. We're actually excited he's here. So, if you haven't guessed, we're back in the United States. We're gonna be here for about a month or so. We're gonna do some roaming around, some checking some stuff out, but mainly we're here to see family and friends, which is why we got Tim here. Woo! And, luckily for us, Tim likes to do this stupid stuff too. He's even dumber than we are.
But Jeff.
So today we're gonna do some slot canyons, do a little camping out with Tim. Actually, we're gonna be out here for a few days. Should be pretty fun. So, with my old friend Tim in tow, off into the desert we went to start knocking some of the must-see canyons in the area off of our list. Where are we at, Brenda?
We're at Zebra Canyon. We're at Zebra Canyon. Ta-da!
Okay, we made it. It's about 2 miles to get here through the desert. It's wide open, exposed. And half of it you're walking in pretty soft sand. So,
It's great.
it's great.
so fun.
Brenda keeps reminding me that it's great. But it wasn't the easiest of walks. But the canyon's pretty awesome. Even though the Zebra Canyon is relatively short, it's definitely worth the effort to get there. And with some creative hiking, you can link the nearby Tunnel Canyon for a pretty good loop. We're in a tight spot. In the heart of the canyon, the striped walls give the Zebra Canyon its name.
It's pretty tight. Tight fit.
After a pretty fun day baking in the desert sun, we were out of there and off to find the perfect spot to camp for the night. We made it! We made it! Nice job.
These are my beers. Lay off them.
Tim's got the only shade around. He's a dirtbag.
Oh God, I feel terrible.
That was a rough hike, huh?
That was not an easy one.
And the best way we know how to recuperate and catch up with an old friend, well, that's finding the perfect spot to camp, way out in the boonies, all to ourselves. Because the next morning, we were going farther down the Hole in the Rock Road to check out a bunch more canyons. At roughly mile 26 off of the Hole in the Rock Road, you can take a short but steep hike down into the valley below and knock out 3 canyons in one long loop. The Dry Fork Canyon, it's a pretty easy walk up a dry wash. The Peekaboo Canyon, it's a little challenging getting in, but pretty simple after that.
It's a chokestone. How are we gonna get through?
But our favorite canyon of the three, it was the Spooky Canyon, because it gets pretty tight.
Tight little spot.
It is a tight spot. Just a little bit farther, it gets even tighter. And just a little bit farther after that, it gets even tighter still. Definitely not going through with a backpack on. No way. After another fun day, of course you gotta find another perfect spot to camp. And this time, our perfect little spot is right on the rim of the canyon we're dropping into the next morning. Tim, carrying all the rope. It's really the only reason we bring them.
Well, I'm the only one that smokes, so I'm the only one that has the lung capacity to carry mass amounts of weight.
Nice job, Tim. Nice job smoking. All right, the last few days, we've been doing some semi-mild canyons, pretty easy, just kind of hike in. But today we're going big time. So Tim's got the rope. We got the gear. We're going in. And it begins. Diana's Throne Canyon. It's one of our favorites in the area. Brenda's excited. She can't stop humming. It's long enough and technical enough to give us a challenge, but not so much to make us fear for our lives. Tim, getting geared up. It's got a series of 9 dry waterfalls we'll rappel down, and of course it's always safety first.
And then
Oh, don't forget to lock your carabiner.
Brenda's going in the hole.
Oh, it's tight right here. My backpack. That wasn't so smooth.
No. Climb up to a redo. See ya. Nice job. The longest of the rappels, it's about 80 feet down. Nice job, team.
Nice job.
What do you think so far, Tim?
I love it. It's a really, really amazing area.
See ya.
All right. Have fun. It's a drop. And he's gone.
How are you doing?
Good. Want the rope?
No, that's your job.
Actually, this is Tim's job, and he's not doing anything.
Nope.
Yeah, you're gonna catch the rope.
After the series of dry waterfalls, climbing, scrambling, sliding, and finally hiking through the Narrows, we made it out the other side.
Yeah, that was grueling. That was grueling.
We made it out alive! Go team!
Yay, that was fun.
Now comes the fun part. We gotta climb out of here. We gotta go way back up there. A couple miles back to the car. Uphill in the sand. After another amazing canyon in the books, the next morning we were off to another one of the best spots to camp on the face of the earth. But of course, on the way there, there's another canyon. The Wiregrass Canyon is in the Glen Canyon recreational area just off of Lake Powell. And it's completely different than any of the other canyons we've seen.
Impressive for sure. I didn't think, just from the road, it doesn't look like it's going to be anything. And then all of a sudden you get down here and it's pretty awe-inspiring.
With its towering sheer walls and white sandstone, and being set right in the middle of the desert, it really looked like we set foot on another planet. At this point, we've been to, I don't know, 50 or 60 slot canyons. Actually, probably more than that if I think about it. But the thing that surprises me is that every single one of them's different. Every single one! And this one here, Wiregrass, kind of amazing. But from the road, you'd have no idea that this thing's even here.
I thought the Grand Canyon was going to be bigger. This isn't as grand as I thought it'd be.
He's in the wrong place.
It's not unusual at all.
After climbing up and out of the canyon and making the long dusty walk back to the cars, off we went down one of the best roads on the face of the earth. And after an incredible drive through some incredible scenery, we made it to another one of the best spots to camp, right on the shores of Lake Powell. After a handful of days of exploring with my old friend Tim, the next morning, bright and early, he was out of there.
It's morning, tired.
Tim, he's out of here bright and early. Got a long drive. Thanks for
All right,
coming.
brother.
Drive safe.
Costa Rica. This will be the next stop. Let me know when you're there. I'd like to spend a couple of weeks down there. So, all right, man.
Drive safe.
Yep, give Brenda a hug for me.
Yep, don't get lost getting out of here.
I won't. I'll not be able to call you if I do.
Yeah. And that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.